I mean, the old adage is this, right? What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. That's fine by me. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Clear the Ice here on the Edge of Philly Sports with your boy Matty B. Coming at you on a odd time of the day to give a post game show with the Flyers game. The Flyers were in Vegas last night. Got over late. I debated whether or not to come on around 1:30, 2 o'clock. I decided not to. I've also been dealing with something. I'm kind of under the weather a little bit, so I figured a good night's rest. Kind of maybe I could wake up tomorrow morning and look at this game in a different positive note. Unfortunately, that's not the case when it comes to this game. The Flyers fall last night, 2-1 in overtime to the Golden Knights, and yet another offensive listless game, highlighted really, for me at least, in the overtime period, a capstone of how the season has gone for the Flyers. Um, the Flyers dominated the puck in the entire 2 minutes of overtime. I mean, literally dominated the puck. They held the puck the entire time. One bad turnover by Kevin Hayes leads to a breakaway the other way. Then on the first shot from the Vegas Golden Knights in overtime, they score on a breakaway and win the game. That to me is the epitome of the Philadelphia Flyers season in 2022-23. They work their butts off and then they make one little mistake and it's in the back of the net and they lose. So 2-1 overtime. As I said, dealing with a little bit of a illness, so bear with me, but I'm here with you. Talking some Flyers hockey this morning as the Flyers embark on their Southwest road trip. And let's go to the game. This ain't going to take about a minute because I said this was one of the most boringest hockey games I've ever watched. And that's saying a lot. So I've watched a lot of Flyers hockey over the last couple of years, and this is one of the most boring games I've seen. The scoring summary, real basic and right to it. At 11:45 mark of the first period, William Carrier with his ninth unassisted. And then in the second period, Scott Laughton at the 2-minute mark of the second period with his fourth goal of the year, tied things up at 1. It would stay 1-1 until I mentioned that play in overtime. Jonathan Marceau with his 12th goal of the year, 2-1, and that is your final in overtime. Marceau gets the number 1 star for the Knights. William Carrier with your number 2 star, and Adin Hill, the Vegas Knight goalie, who turned in 27 goals for a 9.64 save percentage, gets your 3rd star of the evening for the Vegas Golden Knights as they are victorious over your Flyers 2-1. Some team stats along the way. The Flyers, once again, are holding service when it comes to shots. They were outshot last night, but they were outshot 34-28. The problem is those shots are very, very, very low scoring opportunity shots. I mean, let's face it, the Flyers are not generating any offense at all. I could take a shot from the blue line, hit the goalie in the pads, and it counts as a shot, but it's not necessarily a good scoring opportunity. So that stat's a little misleading when it comes to scoring opportunities. But the Flyers did hang in there with the Knights last night. They were outshot 34-28 on the night. On the season now, the Flyers continue to hold service or continue to repair the damage of the early season barrage they were under. They are now 811 shots for against 888. So that's looking a lot better. But as I mentioned, that stat is kind of a two-part stat when it comes to scoring opportunities. So as for the power play, the Flyers were 0 for 0 last night. No penalties taken by the Vegas Golden Knights. Flyers did give up 2 power plays. Did not or give up two power play opportunities. The Knights didn't score at all. So the Flyers held service there. But no power play opportunities for the Flyers last evening, as, again, one of the most boringest hockey games that I think I've watched in a very, very, very long time as the Flyers fall 2-1 in overtime to the Las Vegas Golden Knights. And as I said, if you want to know what the Philadelphia Flyers season has been, if you want to go back and look at and try to wrap your head around what the Philadelphia Flyers are this year, look at the overtime of that game last night, and that'll tell you exactly what the Philadelphia Flyers are in 2022 and 23. They got possession of the puck at the beginning of the overtime. They dictated the play. They had a few shots on net, a couple scoring opportunities, but they drove the play. Literally, they had the puck the entire time to about almost the 3-minute mark. And then a bad turnover by Kevin Hayes leads to a breakaway the other way, and the puck is behind Carter Hart, and that's how the game ends. On Vegas's really first sustained or first offensive opportunity, their first shot of overtime. And that's a capstone, or that is a short passage story about how the Philadelphia Flyers season has been. All the work, all the hustle, and they make one little mistake, or they make a mistake, and they pay for it. So that's all you need to know, folks. That's it. That's end of story. That is all you need to know about this team as the Flyers fall now on the season to 9-12-6. Connor Bednar check-in. Connor didn't play last night, so he's still holding steady with the last time we checked in. If you guys, I will go back over his numbers. I have no problem doing that. For Connor, 28 games, 27 goals, 37 assists, 64 points, 36 penalty minutes, and he is a gaudy plus 14. As now the Flyers are creeping ever so close to the Connor Bednar sweepstakes. And hopefully, things kind of continue the trend in that way. So the Flyers will continue their road trip tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern. That's an odd, well, that's a good time. So I can come at you right after the game. But 7 o'clock Eastern tomorrow night in Arizona against the Coyotes. In a game the Flyers should win. I mean, they're playing a team that's pretty much their caliber, right? Then they will finish up on Tuesday, or they will go to Colorado on Tuesday before finishing things on Thursday against the Devils before returning home against the Rangers. So there you have it. 2-1 Flyers fall to the Vegas Golden Knights in overtime in an offensively boring game, highlighted by the Flyers getting down early, coming back, then just not doing anything at all throughout the whole game, and then losing in overtime, literally, when the Vegas Golden Knights pretty much touched the puck for the first time. So, and as it was happening, I was thinking, as the Flyers were driving the play in overtime, I thought the whole time they're going to make a turnover, something's going to happen, and the puck's going to end up in the back of the net. And that's what happened. And obviously, when you're dealing with a team in this type of situation, when you're dealing with the culture of the Flyers right now, that is the type of situation that's going to happen. And yeah, so it's frustrating. Yes, very frustrating. So there you have Flyers 2-1 losers in overtime. But you know who's not a loser at any time, and it's the EOP. Yeah, excuse me. End of the week has come. The Patterson Fanatics was just on. I hope you guys checked it out. If not, I'm sure you can definitely go on and check it out now. A little bit later this morning, the tough cover at 11. And then tomorrow, PM in the AM, Eagles, we have you covered for Eagles, Giants all day, all across all the time. Sixers and Hornets post-game. And then, of course, me coming at you at sometime tomorrow night as well with post-game Flyers and Coyotes from Arizona. Don't forget, Dolan's December to Remember is rolling on. Their next event is on December 16th, the Christmas Tabernacle Choir with the Dirty Christmas Carols with Jay Wally. Go ahead and check all that out. Don't forget, for every Eagle game, $8 cheesesteaks, wing cheesesteaks, and memorabilia giveaway. Head over to Dolan's at 24 East Sellers Ave, Ridley Park in the state of Pennsylvania, in Delco. And once again, welcome to Sherry'sTickets.com, the newest member of the EOP family. If you're looking for tickets for sporting concerts and theater and they're kind of hard to find, well, look no further than SherryTickets.com. Go ahead over there and visit them at www.Sherry'sTickets.com, a family-owned and operated business since 1946. And remember, save an additional 10% if you enter the promo code EOP10 in this very limited time. So head over there, check them out if you're looking for some tickets. If you're looking for some sports trips, well, there's no place to look any further than Philly Sports Trips. I believe all these trips are sold out with the exception of the Dallas trip for the Eagles. But head over there and see what you can do. And don't forget, they offer more than just the Eagles. Sixers, Flyers, even the Phillies regular season stuff and their spring training stuff down in Clearwater are all posted up on the website. Head over to phillysportstrips.com. Check out all they have to offer. And don't forget the tailgates at the Gatehouse before every home game. And if you have any workman's comp, motor vehicle accidents, personal injury, or criminal law questions, comments, and or concerns, Dave Cherry at 610-565-0300. It's the man you got to call. Tell him that Matty B, Clearly Ice, and EOP sent you, and he will take great care of you. Folks, wow. As I said, battling something right now. I don't know if it's the flu. I don't think it's COVID, but I'm battling something that's been kind of on my back for a few days. But I decided not to come on last night. I figured, let's take a fresh set of eyes on this. It was a very frustrating game to watch. And then I figured we've done this for the final before, where I've come on West Coast trips the day after, and that was what I decided to do. It didn't really change my outlook of the game. It was still frustrating the day later, it was still maddeningly frustrating the day later, especially the way they lost. Again, it's just what this team is. It's a capstone or it's a snapshot of what this team is, what happened to them in overtime last night. They dominated the play. They were moving around. They were buzzing around. They were making good passes, but they made one mistake, and it turns out in the back of the net, and that's how they lose. That is the Flyers in a nutshell in 2022 and 2023. So I thought, come on, little time, get separated from the game, and try to knock this out. Unfortunately, I feel worse than I did last night, so maybe I should have went on last night. But I'll be back tomorrow night, post game, Flyers Coyotes from Arizona. I won't be there. Maybe I should. Maybe help me out. I don't know. But I'm going to play you one little thing about the Sassy Massy Toy Drive, and then we'll wrap it up.
Hey everybody, Joey from Edge of Philly Sports here. I just want to take a minute and let you all in on a very special thing that is happening coming up on December 9th. It is something, it's annual, it's something that is very special to all of us at the EOP Network. And this year we're getting involved, we're helping donate, we're collecting toys, but that's outside of everything. It is December 9th, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. at 777 Sproul Road in Springfield, PA. It is the Sassy Massy Toy Drive. And of course, it's being presented by the Delco Group. Now, you know where it is. It's right next to the Staples, the Giants right there. And let's not act like you don't all know where the Springfield Ale House is. So come on by, drop off some toys, have a drink, some food, bring the kids. Santa's going to be there, reindeer, bouncy house. I mean, it is the whole, what they do for this thing is just top notch. And they bring it every year. And this year, we're asking all of you to bring it as well. This is the Sassy Massy Toy Drive presented by the Delco Group. They do a bang-up job, and they hand-deliver all the toys to the local hospitals, so you don't have to worry about any funny business, because, we don't like funny business here. So, again, December 9th, that is a Friday, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. at 777 Sproul Road, the Delco Group offices, Springfield Ale House, Giant, Staples, you know what's there. Everybody come out and help. Thank you.
So, obviously, that was yesterday, and I heard it was a really good success. So, I apologize. Again, feeling the effects of this, so cut me some slack. But I'm sure there's going to be a way for you to continue to donate, even though we've passed that. So, yesterday was the Sassy Massy Toy Drive. I know I donated, so I hope you did too. And if you haven't yet, I'm sure you can reach out to those guys. You can donate. And if you want to reach out to me to find out how you can donate, please do. And I'll make sure it gets to the right people. So, again, yeah, that was yesterday. I'm sorry. I'm sick. All right. So, Flyers, 2-1 losers to the Golden Knights in Vegas. Next up is the Coyotes in a game that they can win, and a game that's going to be very interesting to watch against two teams that are pretty much even. And I don't know how you take that. I really don't. I mean, if our biggest thing is waiting around all season to play the Coyotes, it's really things have gotten bad. But we continue on with this road trip. Arizona's next, Colorado after that, finishing up against the Devils before returning home next week. So until we talk again from Arizona, let's go Flyers.